had someone to join us while we was doing the countdown live. Welcome welcome to River City Media. I'm the Howie Chaney, along with the olden golden one, the CEO of River City Media, Randy Cunningham.
The honorary golden, please say it correctly, formerly known as QB1. Thank you.
Okay.
He used to be QB1. He's a golden now. You guys need to show some respect. Sherwood, how could you show up late? There's 2 goldens in here right now.
Put some respect on that golden.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed. I'm just ashamed of myself.
You didn't even wear your Evan Golden and Olden Golden t-shirt. Who do you think you are?
Hey, I expect to get free merch. I'm not paying for merch. Come on.
Do you know how much it costs?
Merch?
Yeah.
What?
You can tell he's old saying merch instead of swag. Anyway, let me finish
It's
the
merch.
introductions and
This
we'll get
guy.
started real quick. We got the regular when Mr. JJ, the mayor of Sherwood, or at least running for the mayor of Sherwood, JJ Jeremy Johnson, and the rabid beaver, Mr.
Howie,
Joseph Hughes.
I am pissed off today that you have this gutter trash on your show once again. The man is wearing these fake titles all the time, and he's carrying them to every stinking promotion that he goes to, including that one right there that's the size of a trash can that he carries around in a little suitcase box, a White Castle box, and he doesn't even defend it. I can't stand that you've got a golden child on here tonight.
Well, we got 2 of them, and if you're the vice president of the Golden Fan Club, Evan Golden Fan Club, you give them on. You have them on whenever you can. And as Joseph already said, our host or our guest tonight, not the host, but the guest tonight, from NWA, TNA, belts everywhere, the Golden Child, Evan Golden.
Hey, look, first of all, I just want to say, Joseph, that's how you do an introduction. That was like the think right there. I mean, that's thank you guys so much. Joseph, learn to love it, okay? You and JJ, I know you're like some sort of tag team right now, but you got to learn to love it. I'm draped in gold, and it's not my fault, okay? This is how it
You're
is.
champion.
Look, calm down. This is my night. This is my show now. Me and Olden Golden are hosting right now, okay?
I'm going to make a quick adjustment real quick and put the man in the middle. That way he's surrounded by everybody. And that'll make it look better.
Wow.
Next is Great Uncle Olden.
Yeah, great Uncle Olden. I like the
Great
sound of
uncle.
that, man.
Bunkhouse Buck and Olden. You know we brothers.
Yeah, and JJ, you could have been Bunkhouse JJ, but you were late to the show.
Hey, look, I got kids, man. Kids come first. Come on.
Wow.
Hey, JJ, you know who else has got kids? Heath Slater, and he's never late to a darn show.
That's true.
You come in here.
He got fired too, though.
Or you come in here to my show late, and then you bring up one of my biggest rivals' names and use his catchphrase. This is ridiculous.
I haven't known Joseph very long, but holy cow, is he pissed tonight? I've never seen him so pissed.
He's angry. I don't understand what the problem. Joseph, it's me.
You've ducked me. The last 2 times I've invited you to the show, you've ducked me.
I've been a very, very busy man. You don't get gold like this without, covering some ground, Joseph. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to say sorry. I don't say sorry often, but I apologize. All right.
Hey,
It's not accepted yet.
before we get going, please take us on a tour of the title belts you're currently on the screen. We've got to see these all.
Yeah, well, look, and so this past weekend, I had to take a young man by the name of Luke Fury to school, and I didn't want to have to do it, but I had to. I had to teach him how it's done, and now, unfortunately, you're looking at the new HWA Mid-Atlantic champion. Whether you like it or not, Joseph, this is it, all right? And new. And then we have the greatest East Tennessee champion of all time back on the show. There was a point where I didn't have it with me because of some setbacks.
Because you lost it.
Well, I did, but it's back, Joseph. Take a good look at it. It's like
back.
looking
It's
in a
back.
mirror.
You cheated
It's
your way
back.
to this one.
No. Believe it or not, I didn't cheat. Jamie Myra Jr. He couldn't pull it off, man. He succumbed to the afterburner. And then, as you guys know, I still have the biggin. So
There's
Oh,
my
yeah.
trash can lid. I was wondering what happened.
Yeah, I'm like a raccoon, JJ. I showed up to your house and took this off your lid, and now it's mine. So, but yeah, man, I have to say, all jokes aside, it's good to be on the show, and I feel like $1 million with all these titles here. We've been covering a lot of ground, and Joseph's been in a lot of the shows. You guys have been to the shows, and it's been a blast, man. JJ's been conveniently busy during these things, but that's okay.
Yeah, I got stuff.
Well, you got to water your cactus and feed the hog, and I understand.
They
Vice
don't have.
President of Sherwood's always got
They
something
don't.
going on.
They don't have cactuses in Sherwood.
Oh, really? I thought it was in Texas. Wait, no, don't tell me. Arizona?
Tennessee.
My question
Right.
is, Evan, what type of jacket you got on there, man? It looks kind of flashy.
What's that, man?
The jacket. What type of jacket you got on? It looks
Man,
flashy.
let me tell you, this jacket's got everything on it, man. It's custom made for the golden child, and I figured I would wear it today. Joseph, if you clean up your act, I'll get you one too. And
I don't
get
want to
your
be a
name on
Timu
it.
Bret Hart.
Oh, wow.
Jamie Brown.
Hold on.
Yeah, this is a nice jacket. I'm glad you like it, Howie.
Hold on. What T-shirt do you have on, young nephew?
Well, Unky, I just want to tell you, it's not a big deal. But I'm wearing my new TNA shirt because yours truly, I don't want to make a big deal about it, but I was on Impact, making an impact, and I had a blast. And so I figured I would represent Joseph. You saw it. It was me. It was not a fake. It was the real me. So don't start. I was on the show, and I decided to represent TNA here on the program.
Look at that.
They must be digging to the bottom of the barrel if they're having the golden
Yeah.
child on the show.
I thought TNA was on the upswing, and obviously
Hey,
not.
they signed the primetime talent, the belt collector, the golden one, the original superstar. And you know what? He took Shane Douglas to school the other day and made Deep Purple popular again. I thought,
Yes.
Well, I could be wrong about this, but I think Shane Douglas is scared of Evan Golden.
He
As soon as the match was over, he ran home to Pittsburgh or whatnot, and he was trembling in his boots. He was scared. So
I heard he was on the phone with Ziggy Dice too.
he was. I think he was on the phone with his agent saying he might have to retire soon after what I did to him, and I understand. But it was quite the match, though. Tighten the Turnbuckle is another company that's on an upswing. And if anybody watching hasn't been to a Triple T show, come check it out. They obviously had Shane Douglas, but there are other stars like me and Evan Golden, and you could be there too, old and golden Unky, if you come out to the show. It's just star studded. I'm telling you.
Did a slide thing in the ring?
Yeah, of course you can get in the ring. We're tagging.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to get my waders on because it's getting deep in here, and if you
I've
keep
got
kissing his
I know
butt, you're
this
gonna
is-
end up with herpes. There,
Oh,
old and
yeah.
golden.
I know this is
Oh,
unusual,
oh.
but I got a question for the co-host over there, the Odin Golden. Do you need this chopstick here after kissing Evan Golden's
Yes.
butt?
I
so
know.
Hey,
He's
look,
not kissing nothing. We're family, okay? And that's exactly how it is. And you guys just can't handle it.
I've never seen Randall mark out like
You
this.
don't-
I'm disappointed.
Buckhouse Buck showed up at that door right over there, knocked on the door, and said, "Welcome to the family."
I don't believe it.
After I
Hey,
showed up at my house and welcomed me to the family,
I got a better chance of Dusty Rhodes' ghost showing up at my house and saying, "Listen here, there, younger beaver. We're gonna put you on a new show."
outside. If you don't believe me, we'll go look at it.
He's definitely not going to call the cops or make a big scene about not knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Are you getting Buckhouse Buck and Sasquatch mixed up?
He is for sure.
I think so. I think so.
Old and Golden will be there someday in the corner of Evan Golden, and you'll get the full effect. Maybe Eddie's busy one day. Evan needs a second. I can show up with some brass knucks, wait till the right time, slide them in the ring, Boom, another heavyweight championship.
See, that's how a champion thinks. You got to think ahead. You got to think about how to play the game. And by the way, I know how to pick my help. These two, Howie and Olden Golden here, are some tall guys. I met them down at Wrestling for a Cause. They're huge. I had no idea you guys were like 7 feet tall. You could have given me a warning. I was shaking in my boots.
I would take none other than KFC himself against you, Olden Golden. And you know who I'm talking about? The real Golden Boy, Joe Kazana.
The real Golden Boy. No. Look, he could be the president of NWA, but me and Joe, we could tussle in the ring right now. I'll go with anybody. I'm ready to go.
You better watch what you ask for, Mr. Evan Golden. You just might get it.
Hey, the crazy thing about it is we could get that. That's absolutely never in a million years on my bingo card would I think in 2025 that not only could I be in the ring with Shane Douglas, but me and Joe Kazana could have a match and Olden Golden could be there. I know my dad would definitely want to lay a smackdown on Papa Joe. I mean, they've been rivals for years. So I think that's a tag match that needs to happen. And, I'm here for it. I'm here to plant the seeds.
Just don't stop at any state trooper bins there, buddy.
Oh, okay. Wow. I don't get in trouble with the law. All right.
He is a golden. Will refrain from accusing speeding allegations against Mr. Golden.
Let's get the questions rolling real
gotta
quick.
Understand. I'm sorry to interrupt, Joseph. You gotta understand. I'm a professional and I'm a champion. All right.
You're a professional loser.
Wow, rude. All right, keep going.
Is that what the belts are for? Professional loser champion?
Well, it takes one to know one, and Joseph eyed it right away.
Well, let's talk about the one you got on your shoulder. Now, you boldly stated that you beat him fair and square with an afterburner in the center of the ring. That's Jamie Myra Jr., who we're talking about at Smoky Mountain Pro Wrestling. But that's not the full story, Mr. Golden. What exactly happened?
Before you answer, Joseph, I hate to correct you here, but when you say Mr. Golden, you got to specify which one, because Randy's answering to Mr. Golden as well. So you have to specify which one you're talking to.
Yeah,
let's talk about the fake belt collector then.
Oh, how rude. First of all, you're talking to Mr. Golden, and there's another Mr. Golden here. You got to specify. I pay him a lot of money to be my spokesperson and uncle, okay? To say, and second of all, I'll tell you exactly what happened, Joseph. I did not win with the afterburner. You're right. I won with the super afterburner, and that's exactly what happened. And Jamie had no idea what was coming. I was flying from midair. And I'd venture to say he has some neck problems right now, but that's what you got to do when you want to bring this back home. You guys know how much this title means to me and my family, and I brought it back, and you got to do it one way or the other, whether people like it or not. All right, that's just what happened.
Ashley says the best gold collector.
Oh, do you hear that, Joseph? I'm not a fraud. All right, these are real titles. This history right here is like no other.
Amen.
Let me get the question started, and we'll go around the horn real quick, and I'll start with a couple questions, go to Randy, and go to Your Honor, the mayor of Sherwood, JJ, and then Joseph. Maybe Joseph calm down by then.
Joseph, take a Valium.
Hey, in honor of Mr. Golden, his drink of choice, the White Claw.
Hey, I didn't know we were having drinks on the show. Now I feel totally out of place here. Let me go crack one open. What was going on here?
Everybody
I don't have
a
single beverage.
I'll get you some.
So, Evan, can we talk a little bit about TNA?
Absolutely, man. I'd love to.
How does it feel being part of the TNA roster now?
Man, it feels great. I basically, here's what happened. Steve Macklin's a big guy, but Evan Golden's bigger, and TNA gave me a call and said, look, we got to get this TNA international champion in control. We need someone on the show who's made of muscle and brawn. And when I think of that, I think of Evan Golden, and they called the right person. And as you guys saw on the show, I went out there and I made an example out of him. And look, here's the thing. I have no disrespect. He's the international champion, but someone had to put him down. He was out of control. He was out of line. And he was getting up in Mance Warner's face. I don't know if you guys know this, but unlike Olden Golden here, Mance Warner is basically a real relative as well to the Goldens. You know, he's from Buck Snort, and that's where Uncle Jimmy's from. And you know what? Actually, QB, you might have to move to Buck Snort if you actually want to be a Golden for real. Not Sherwood, Buck Snort. Okay.
I'm looking for a
And yeah, but anyways, yeah. So Mance Warner, I've always got his back, and I'm glad I was there for him specifically because, you know, he's like family too.
somebody went as Mance Warner as a Halloween costume a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
This
I know.
guy, this
Yeah, it
guy
wasn't
right
me,
here.
by the way.
I was more
Was it you,
Mance Warner
JJ?
than yes, more Mance Warner than Mance Warner himself.
Well, I'm happy to
I
hear.
think I cut myself open for the effect. So I did a blade
Wow,
job.
man.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I had to get a trash bag because it's raining all this shit in here.
Oh, wow. Hey, Joseph, calm down. All right, first of all, where did you get that trash bag? I don't know. And secondly, can you turn your camera off next time you change? All right, come on.
Yeah.
I got it right out of
I'm
your
with you.
drawer, the golden drawer that's in that bedroom in there that you left me. And secondly, doesn't it fit well?
What?
Especially with all the crap
Wait
coming
a
out of your
minute.
mouth.
Wait a minute. Bedroom, left. All right, now let's go somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's two golden drawers. QB's got a golden drawer with all my shirts tightly, you know, folded, and then Joseph's golden drawer is a trash bag and you know other things.
Rubber bands.
Rubber band sticks, straws, plastic.
Y'all ever seen the camp?
I'm dying.
So Evan being at TNA, working with everybody there, how has the experience been so far?
Man, Howie, it's been a great experience. You know, I've watched TNA all my life, and it's just another one of those things where I would have never expected on my bingo card for the year to be out there and you know working with the company. It's always been something I've wanted to do, but it was one of those things where it happened faster than I thought. And I feel like I went out there and I made a lot of new buddies and new connections and you know, talk to people that, like I said, I definitely didn't expect to speak to at all this year for any reason. And but you know, it's I think what TNA is doing right now is great. They're on a big resurgence right now, and obviously they have a working relationship with WWE NXT, and that was another cool thing. You know, I got to go in there and see a lot of NXT people. And it was a great experience, Howie. And I can't wait to go back and you know, do what I do best and be around my buddies that I made and have a good time. You know, that's what it's all about. You know.
Speaking of going back, when can we expect you back at TNA?
Well, there's a lot of good events coming up. We got, you know, Impact tapings are going to be in Baltimore. They're going to be in Minneapolis. Later in the year, they're going to be going back down south for a Southern Loop. I'm not sure exactly. I don't want to say when and where yet, just in case something changes. But it looks like once they get out of the Midwest and from up north, we're going to be going back down south. And you better believe Evan Golden's going to be there. And I'm very excited to be on board with these people because not only, like I said, is TNA just one of my dream companies to do anything with, but hopefully it'll lead to exactly what the people want to see, and that's a match. And JJ, I will throw you in a TNA ring and make an example out of you if you say anything off tune. If you say anything off color towards me, that's what's gonna happen.
I guess we'll go to the honorary Golden, Odin Golden for his questions now.
Look, the honorary Golden does have a real question here. And it was in watching what you've done that's been released. Was it when you walked into the building, you know, you didn't know what role you were going to be doing. You didn't know what you were going to be doing. What was that like, just going to a new company, major companies, walking in and saying, I'm Evan Golden?
Yeah, well, you know, it's funny. It's always weird being a new face at a new place because you know, a lot of these people are like beyond, you know, qualified. They've been doing this for a long time. You know, so when you walk into a place like that, especially, you know, contracted talents that have been going back and forth to NXT, a few of them have been there at TNA for years. You know, matter of fact, when I walked in, the first thing that crossed my mind is, wow, this is basically almost the same TNA locker room I saw back when I was watching it. You know, the Hardys were there, and Eric Young, Tommy Dreamer. There's a lot of these guys. I was like, wait, I was watching them on TNA 15 years ago. So to answer your question, to be a new face is a little nerve-wracking. But then I realized that the morale around there right now is unbelievable. I felt right at home, and I felt welcomed. Like you said, I didn't know exactly what I was going to be up to. I could have had a tryout match, a dark match. I could have been doing security like I ended up doing. There's a lot of things that could have ended up happening, but not once did I feel like unwelcome. Like I said, I made a lot of new buddies, and I thought it was a great experience, and I can't wait to go back. And the best part is now everybody around there knows what Evan Golden's all about. And it's not no trash bag, Joseph, so take it off right now.
Hey, I'll come to Jeremy after this. I want to ask you one other question, and then I'll go back.
Yeah.
It was there anyone in that locker room, and I know in your career you've wrestled some very, very big names, and you've been in some very big shows. But this is almost a new level. Was there anybody in that locker room that you saw them and went, "Oh, that's Buck"? Or did you mark for anybody?
Yeah, man. I mean, well, being around the Hardys was cool because the Hardys kind of live close by. I was born and raised in Asheville, and the Hardys live in Cameron, which is just a few hours away. And so, it's cool to see them because, we're North Carolina boys. No offense to Sherwood, but the North Cackalackans know what winning is all about. So it was good to see them. And I got to talk to Lance Storm. I never would have thought this year I'd have any reason to be talking to Lance Storm, and that was something that was really informative, and like I said, just not what I would have expected out of the year. And I got to see Matt Cardona again. I met Matt Cardona at NWA, but I saw him again this time around, and anytime I'm around him, I always feel happy because he's always someone I've looked up to. And yeah, to be honest though, man, is great of a level is this locker room is on. Like you said, it's next level. It also just felt really relaxed in there. The morale was unbelievable. Like I said, I didn't feel out of place. I didn't feel unwelcome. There was a lot of good guys around there, and it was cool, man. It was an awesome environment in there.
TNA has been through so many evolutions. I feel like this is really the best TNA locker rooms, best programming. And if anybody, and I'll go to you, JJ, but if anybody has not turned TNA on and just seen how good it has became, it might be my favorite wrestling going right now besides the indie loop.
Yeah, I really, just being around it up close like that and being around all those people, man, not only did it teach me a lot, but I also got to see the show. And that was really eye-opening because I was like, wow, this is a great show. And the coolest part is, with this new working relationship they have going on right now, I got to be in the back with Trick Williams. I didn't even know he was going to be there. I don't even know if they knew. He just kind of came in at one point. They could have given him a quick call. There's no telling. And and then Cedric Alexander made his debut. And I found that out when they were testing out the screen in the building. They were testing out the Titantron, and it said Cedric's name, and I was like, "Whoa!" What? I didn't know he was even gonna be here, and that's what I'm talking about, though. That's the kind of feeling I was getting just being around. Because I was like, "This is a new and improved TNA that, it's pretty cool to see because it's definitely had its low points, and we won't talk about it. That was a dark time in history. That was a few years ago,
Hey, and of course, the greatest women's wrestler ever, Miss Tessa Blanchard. Just going to say it.
Oh yeah, well, I got to see a lot of talented women wrestlers there, all the knockouts that is, but Tessa's definitely on another level, and I had to do some security work around her too because she basically lost her mind. But that's what happens, That's what happens when you're a Blanchard. You play dirty, and people have to come in and take authority.
Yeah, that's the first time she's ever lost her mind, is it?
No.
No.
No, not at all. Won't be the last.
It happens. It happens to the best of us. You know, sometimes you got to have a good security squad to come down and break things up. So, you know, I think we need some security guards in here right now, because if Joseph gets any more of these trash bags out, we're gonna have to say, "Hey, calm down." You know.
Hey,
This is the
look.
brand new
Hey,
Evan Golden merchandise. I don't know what you're talking about. It's gonna be
Oh,
all
No,
the
that's not the
rage.
new shirt.
he's so hot that plastic bag is gonna melt on his shirt right now.
I was about to say, Joseph, it's the middle of summer. Don't you think that's like a unnecessary extra layer there, pal? For this, you're making a big scene here.
Like I said, it's the brand new Evan Golden merch.
That is
You can
not-
become a trash bag follower of his right here. Just get it on out and put it on, baby.
Nope, I don't like that. That's the new KC Kazana shirt. That's all I see.
Absolutely not.
An old and golden shirt available on Pro Wrestling Tees for
You
mere.
can also get an old and golden beard, a strap-on beard for those who can't grow one.
Yeah. That's for all. That's for the Kazanas too. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to shift gears a little bit, champ. So I've been watching some of your promos, you know, before you won that title that you just displayed.
Yeah.
What does social media, what it meant to you as a up and coming professional wrestler?
I think social media is one of the most important things about what we do. At least for me personally, you know, if you guys can't already tell, there's so much I've got to say, and I can't, you know, it's also a me thing. You know, I can't keep myself contained. There's so much, you know, running from one end to the other of my brain, and I think social media really helps me say what I need to say and small increments, so I don't overload my Instagram and Facebook and stuff. But you know, when you're a multi-champion, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of people you have to. Joseph, I'm telling you, you just got to hear me out. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people I've got to call out. There's a lot of places I got to go, and you know, I think social media has been a really, yeah. Did you get hot? I knew you'd get warm.
He did. I saw it.
There's pit stains, Joseph. Come on, man. You're in a pool of your own sweat right now. Just take that off and throw it away. That's not the Evan Golden shirt. But anyways, no, so that's a great question, JJ. Social media has helped me out by, you know, telling people how I feel and what I plan to do, and it helps promote the shows too. You can't have a wrestling show and not have people know where it's at, or else there's not going to be a crowd. So it's been a huge help for sure.
Right. Yeah. So I got another question.
Yeah.
So your gear was referenced, at least your jacket.
Yeah.
So you are colorful, to say the least, with your gear. So who I mean, I don't know if you want to mention them, but who makes your gear?
Oh, I'm proud to mention my gear. Highspots.com makes the best pleather gear. You know, I think a lot of people these days forget about pleather. You know, it's not leather, it's pleather, let me tell you. And yeah, QB, don't you get any ideas, okay? I love you, but I don't want you to be getting any tights on High Spots right now. No. Okay, come on.
Nobody wants it
right now. A mushroom.
Yeah, highspots.com. I can't recommend them enough. And what's going on here?
What happened?
TKO.
Wait a minute.
What is I thought you were in the hospital.
You deserve this.
Hey, I just realized I was doing so real fast. I've only got like a minute or two. I just got home. Literally came home from the hospital right now. Saw that Evan was on here, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna hop on here and I'm gonna say something. First thing I want to say, Evan is the most annoying piss stain in the world, but you have to love him. You're a good annoying piss stain. And Evan is a kid who's out there living his dream and busting his ass. As far as social media, we've had this argument. Evan's a social media wrestler. 100%.
Social media whore.
I wanted to publicly say a couple things about Evan. Evan can say if he wants. All I'm going to say is during my situation, I wasn't able to follow through with a couple things that I was supposed to do. And so I threw that workload on the back of Evan and said, I know you got this and you won't let me down. And Evan went and did it. And Evan did it pretty damn proud. He did a great job. So to look like a kid who's never going to hit puberty and have the biggest feud of his life against my son, Bebop, who's going to beat him up.
My voice
Evan,
is getting deeper. I'm telling you.
Keep doing what you're doing. I wanted to hop on here. Outside of wrestling, I'm breaking this third wall just because I want to embarrass Evan too. Evan Golden.
Is my face red?
Evan Golden's Evan Golden. Some days I don't even like Evan Golden. Some days I just want to slap the piss out of him too.
But you know what?
At the end of the day, Robert Cox is just a really good dude.
Who's that
and
guy?
Robert Cox is the guy that you want to support and back because Robert Cox is putting in the work behind Evan. Oh yeah, I've dropped it how many times? In case you didn't hear me say Robert Cox, I wanted to say Robert Cox.
Hey, where's the censor? You guys had a censor earlier. Now you're not going to use it.
Where's
on,
just check him out, watch him. One day, maybe he'll be a lower level Kazana too. He's getting there. Love you, brother. I saw you were on. Had to hop on here and tell you, all of you guys, Joseph, Randall, I love you guys. JJ, Howie, I think you're on here. I can't tell. But
he's on a podcast, so that's.
I just wanted to quickly hop on and say, and I don't talk to a lot of people because right now is not a time you want to talk to me. I'm way too truthful to be spoken to. I'll probably hurt your feelings. So the one good thing about Evan, at least he'll keep his shirt on during this and he won't show too much flex.
I'm not really sure.
Thank you guys very much.
TKO.
Evan,
I love you, man.
get ready for that match. Bebop's about to whip it. He's coming after you.
Come on, man. I just want some titles. I'm not ready to lose all of them, man. Come on.
Hey, it's a no disqualification match. I heard.
You got
No
just a little bit of
DQ.
time. I'm coming back and I'm
yeah.
taking every single one of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
man.
taking
Hey,
every single one of them.
hey, that doesn't take away that I love you, man. It's good. I
love you too, brother.
Hey,
So, thank you guys. I'll give Evan his time back. I had to steal his shine because these social media wrestlers, one day the kid would be a worker and stop working social media.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, come on, Evan. Thank you. Love you, brother.
Love you, man.
Hey. Internet champion.
I know. I
Champion.
need to get me. I need to put the internet title on the line for TKO when he makes his big comeback.
Yeah.
Hey, he just snuck in, and thank you, Howie, for bringing him. You know the thing about TKO, and I'll break kayfabe for a second on TKO. What a good guy. What a good guy.
Hey, I want to say right now here on the show, I love TKO. We've had a big history, and you guys were there. You know, we tore the house down. It was a bloodbath, but let me tell you, I love TKO, and he's had my back. I'm now tempted to create a social media championship for when he comes back. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. But it was great to see him, and yeah, much respect to TKO and much prayers.
Don't steal my new trash can. If you're going to create a new title, don't steal my trash can lid again.
I'm stealing your lid and your gimmick. I'm gonna be billed from Sherwood.
How did you have such a bloody match, and I'm the only one that got kicked in the nads? OTK.
Yeah, that is weird how that works out sometimes, isn't it?
And I wasn't even honorary golden then. Go ahead.
He got kicked in the nug nugs.
I got kicked in the nug nugs. I did.
You sure
Go ahead,
did.
Joseph.
Now I know why I didn't go.
So you mentioned earlier that you get all your gear from High Spots. You talked about it just a little bit. How is their shipping and receiving with you? How has all their stuff been? Has it been up to par with you? Everything that you've gotten?
Oh, it's been perfect. Any wrestler that's watching the program right now, if you're in need of gear, I can't endorse High Spots enough. There's no sponsor. I'll tell everybody, High Spots has been great. I've been using them since I started it in the business, and I would like to disclose, living in Asheville and Western North Carolina, they're based out of Charlotte. So my shipping's always been pretty quick. But, even people that are not in North Carolina, they always tend to have a quick shipping. And So if you're in need of gear, I can't put them over enough. There are great websites, but their shipping on other places tend to take forever. I know so many guys that are like, man, I've got like 6 more weeks. They've not even started yet. And I always tell them High Spots would have had it done days ago and
Yeah.
shipped. So yeah, I'm glad you gave me a moment to talk about it because they're great. Highspots.com. They'll make exactly what you're looking for. So
Well, I put a picture up there of myself in some gear that I had, and you all are going to get a kick out of this. Me and Steve, old crazy Steve here. That is our tights from High Spots, and they came in direct. Probably 2 days after we ordered it, they were right here, and
Wow,
we're
that's
about
great.
6.5 hours away. So
What is it? What
They are
are you the
tight.
new Al Snow? Is that
Hey.
what you're doing here?
you don't want to mess with Steve, baby. Don't you start talking crap about my Steve.
Is this Joe? Is
Okay,
this
back
Joe Snow?
Oh, God.
You're welcome.
You
You're all
gotta
blind
remember,
now.
Joseph. You gotta remember to get knee pads, buddy. You're gonna hurt your knees if you're gonna
I
run
got
around
them right
dressed
here. I
like
don't have
that.
to. I don't have to stick something in my mouth to have some knee pads.
Okay, well that's
Oh,
rude, man. Come on.
Wow. Wow.
Can we get
I'd reach
Joseph
for 'em. They're
canceled
directly
for these
across from me.
accusations? These are, I mean, he needs to be canceled. Cancel Joseph.
He should be canceled for showing that picture. Showing that picture.
No censorship. No nothing
Hey, I'm
for
not
Joseph.
scared.
Am I dilated?
You might
Yeah.
as well be.
A little
All right.
late on the censorship there.
No
All right, secondly,
censorship.
Old and golden.
I can't see.
Evan, you know I'm kind of
Oh.
mad at you. You know that I've been kind of mad at you for a little bit, especially since starting this show. And I've got to know, what's it like to be the biggest butt kisser in all of professional wrestling, to get your way to where you're going by kissing everybody's butt?
I'll tell you where I've been going. I've been going up, and I've only been going up because I've been winning, and I've not been doing. I have no chapstick needed. All right, and you guys want to talk about gear? There's no chapstick in my bag. Let me tell you, Howie's got it over there, but I think that says in the. If you look closely on that chapstick, it says property of QB1.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's not mine.
Yes.
It's not mine. So, but no, I've been out there. Look, Joseph, I know you hate to hear it, but I've been covering a lot of ground, and these championships, they don't just spawn in. Okay, I've won them fair and square.
You
and
create them.
No.
You sit
Look,
there and make them your fake little United States championships you've made. You've made
No.
fake championships for the former SOM, and you wore them and paraded them around like they were
that
your
was a
pride
dark
and joy.
time in my career, Joseph. That was a very dark
You're still
time.
doing it.
There's gonna be a Dark Side of the Ring episode about that point in my life. I had to make me a new East Tennessee championship because I never lost. But now
The
it's
only
okay,
Dark Side of
'cause
the
I've
Ring
got the-
episode there's going to be is about you being the Timu Bret Hart.
No, this is a nice jacket. Bret Hart couldn't pull this off. There's no black and pink in it,
Yeah. That's right.
But you know what? I look. I just want to say, sure, there's allegations that there were brass knuckles in my match with Luke Fury, but that's not true. There's no footage.
Allegations.
Yeah.
Is there not? Are
There's
you
no footage.
sure? I'm pretty sure
Well,
there is footage of it out there. Matter of fact,
Hey,
I might have some of that footage if I go deep into my archive.
Well,
there's
look,
there's no names on the Epstein list either, but we all know the truth.
look, all I know is I win fair and square. Luke Fury is a sorry son of a bee, and I feel bad for him, except I don't, because he's no longer HWA champion. I don't feel sorry for Jamie Myra Jr. because I don't know if you guys saw the match, but he tried to break my neck. Why does nobody feel bad for Evan Golden? When I try to twist the neck a little, everybody says I'm the worst, but when I get hurt, no, Evan's the bad guy.
Because you lie, cheat, and steal your way to victory every time you win. And every time you win gold, it seems it comes at that cost. I mean, come on, Evan Golden. Let's call a spade here if we're gonna call it. If we're gonna do it and we're gonna go by the book, you gotta be by the book. Just like somebody, a Kazana that we know.
I'm not going by no book, and I'm not going by Casey Kazana's book. You guys, you got to watch the program. I've been on my best behavior at Smoky Mountain Pro. You guys would be so proud. I'm telling the truth. I've literally not done anything to cheat at Smoky Mountain Pro. And matter of fact, the good people of Newport have been cheering my name. Can you believe it? I don't even know what happened. Is it just waste?
Channing, your name, Channing.
Yeah.
But,
And I think I saw you there. You came
Yeah.
great lengths to show up.
Yep. And I did not have brass knuckles with me. You do not get brass knuckles when you join the Golden family. That is optional. Howie, go
It
ahead.
is
That's because
optional.
they're
Well,
golden.
you know,
They're not brass. We know this.
yeah,
get-
the Golden
kidding
Family
me?
starter, the Golden Family starter packs a lot. You know, you have gold brass knuckles, you have to have sunglasses on, you have to have a golden robe, and you have to make sure that the ref's not looking, let me tell you.
And you
And
got to
Buck-
have your deadbeat dad show up and help you get to victory sometimes.
and Buck,
You would do it too, Joseph. Come on.
Not for you.
Wow, man.
Evan, you say nobody's got your back, but it seems like Ashley does because she says Evan's a winner.
I know, and see, JJ, if you look closely, you'll see how to spell winner. Winner. All right.
Oh, I thought that said wiener. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Now I know what's on your mind.
Let me look.
pal.
Let me look. Let me look.
lady.
It does say wiener.
No. This isn't the concession stand at Wrestling for a Cause. All right. This is a real deal show here.
Come on, Evan. Wrestling for a Cause is one of the best wrestling promotions in all of the United States of America. And you want to disgruntle them and actually disrespect them the way that you just did? Do you know how much money they raise for charity on a yearly basis?
I was their champion. I didn't do anything wrong. I was a 24/7 champion and United States champion. I've not disrespected nobody. I love Wrestling for a Cause.
You're fixing to get the 24/7 title back when you come up with that social media champion, right?
Yeah, well, you know, I think once I get the 24/7 title back, I'm going to do some rebranding and rename it, maybe paint the strap gold. And Joseph, don't get any ideas. The title can go on the line to anybody, and I don't want you to put those tights on and try to roll me up. All right, I don't want to see it.
Trust me, Steve has a better chance of winning that title from you than I do.
That's great.
Oh, Jesus, heaven, no, God.
This is crazy. This is what I get. All I do is I go out there and win all these championships, and this is the disrespect I get. This is my challenge.
Winning?
welcome.
You
Welcome
didn't
to the
win
show.
any of them.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
TNA superstar Evan Golden. That Howie, go ahead.
1 week you're on TV on Thursday nights on Access, and the next week you're on here with 4 guys that gives you a hard time.
Well, you know what?
Three guys. I'm sorry, 3 guys that gives you a hard time.
Well, you know, let me tell you, I'm glad to be here, and I love being on the show. Joseph, I'm even happy you're here.
Don't lie.
I was right up that picture.
We're not.
Say it one more time, Howie. QB, you went out.
Right up to the picture. I was glad Joseph was on the show too.
Yeah. You can't unsee that. You can't unsee it.
Trust me, there's a whole lot more where that came from.
I don't think there's much more to it, Joseph. Don't get more risky, man. Don't go on highspots.com and order any smaller tights, you know.
I know.
Hey, just
Evan,
because
we're
I
in
like to hide a squirrel doesn't mean you have to.
Evan, when you work security and everything, they have special rules for y'all to do and not do.
No, they wanted us to go out there and they wanted us to break apart any issues, you know, and that's why I was so happy for real. You know, when I saw Mance Warner was in trouble, that who else is going to go out there but a fellow buck snortian like a Golden, okay? And no Sherwoodsons, all right, or whatever you guys call them around there. Buck snort is where winners are from. And I went out there and helped old Mance out. But no, they didn't really have any rules. They just wanted us to go out there and keep everything in check. And I went out there and straightened everything out. That's exactly what I did. So
You did a great job. We were proud to see you on there and looking forward to see you on there a lot more.
yeah, man, like I said, I can't wait to go back and just being able to represent the company's great. And like I said, you know, hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have a chance to go in there and get in the ring and do what I do best. And that's not just, you know, be the greatest security guard ever, but, you know, go in there and hit some afterburners. That's what needs to happen. Joseph, you know you want to see it. You know deep down you want to see it. And it's gonna
You
happen.
guys should have a real security guard on here like Keith Gavins.
Keith Gavins did great at security, okay? But I don't think he has his certifications for security. I was legal.
Yeah. I think I've heard
I
that.
want to see your guard card.
Yeah, I don't have my badge with me, okay? I have all this gold, but I left my badge back at the show.
You make
And,
all these excuses. It's kind of starting to sound like this again.
No. It's not trash. It's the truth. I don't have my badge. Keith Gavins never had a badge. He's a great guy, but he wasn't out there. I think he snuck through the back door is what I think happened. Maybe.
Where are these security classes being given? I'm in. I want to be a security guard.
Well, you're gonna have to come to Bucksnort. It's at the Evan Golden Ranch. The Bunkhouse Ranch is
You
where
don't
it's
have
at.
a ranch.
I've got one now.
You're not a
Hey, look,
Kazana.
if the Kazanas want a ranch, Evan's got a ranch too. I'm gonna out ranch their ranch with the Buck Snort Ranch, and I don't care what they think about it. It's gonna be twice as big of a ranch, and JJ's gonna come and learn how to be a good security guard. Who knows? We might see JJ on TNA by the end of the year.
Yes.
Yes.
All I know
Yes.
is after this show, Joseph is going to need some biofreeze the way he's been rolling that head and that neck every time Evan says something.
I know. We need to get him a neck brace. He's got a
So-
crick in his neck.
I'm afraid he'll end up like Bobby Heenan and wear it for 6 months
I got
or a
a
year.
experiment.
Oh, it'd be great. It'd be great.
As a golden, an honorary golden,
Yeah.
I have a telepathy path to Evan. So I'm going to ask the next question in silence and let Evan answer.
Nobody listened. It's a bunch of bull crap.
Don't just admit, Joseph.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was great. I'll tell you, it was great to be in Pittsburgh for TNA. And yes, there was a ton of Golden fans there. You know that, Howie.
Yes. Go ahead.
QB
That's my question.
QB, send me another question.
Look at
No. That was Photoshop. That wasn't the real Joseph. No.
Thank God.
No, those were not high spots tights. I would tell you if they were, QB.
You want me to go get them?
No.
I'll go put them on. I'll model them for you.
No, we're good.
Okay. I'm out of here.
Your Honor, Mr. Mayor of Sherwood. What you got for Mr. Golden?
What's your ultimate goal? What's your ultimate goal as a professional wrestler? So what's something that you dream about at night, other than Joseph and his high spot tights?
That's right.
That's
He
a
gets
nightmare.
To that.
That's a nightmare. That's a fever dream. That's not a dream. That's something something that's gonna make me lose my appetite.
I don't
Joseph
disagree.
come back to those tights on. We're shutting
No,
down.
I swear I'm out.
Those ratings aren't gonna go up, Joseph. I'm telling you. Don't do it. But Joe Snow's down there. He's got his friend with him. But no, my ultimate goal is to make sure that I just do what I do best, man, and just keep winning matches fair and square and winning championships. And in 5 years' time, I'd hope to be on a even bigger major stage. And right now, it seems like we're on the right track. And no matter what I do, I'm always going to make time to come back on the show. No matter how much poor behavior Joseph's in, I'll come back because I've got, this stream's family. I literally have family in here with me right now. So,
well, hey, I mean, let's just be honest. I'm getting my security license, so I may be protecting you at some point. I may be pulling you apart.
Well, I think Howie should be head security. I had no idea how tall Howie is.
They're tall. They are tall.
I can same teeth as Jericho's personal security. I can go without my front teeth, wear the shirt. I'll be perfect.
That's right, man. This is a nice security squad. They're the River City security firm. Whoa. Hey, I'm talking here.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Joseph, have you calmed down any?
Oh, dang, man. That's scary, man. Come on, man. Don't scare me. Like, I'm already going to have a nightmare about that promo picture. Now I got to hear that. Come on.
What? Where'd Jeremy go? Back to Sherwood?
Jeremy just pooped his pants, man. He's scared stiff.
Well,
He went to go shower with his socks on, I heard.
Yeah, I know somebody did that. It wasn't Max Abel. Hey, if you looked at the TNA roster right now, on a serious note, who could you see yourself working with in the future?
KC Navarro, for sure. I would love to be in the ring with him. Not KC Kazana. KC Navarro, not to mix them up. KC Navarro doesn't have a mustache or cowboy hat.
Okay.
Yeah, KC Navarro is someone that I feel like him and I could have a really good match. And I feel like I got to know Jake Painter as well at TNA. Jake Painter is making an amazing stride at TNA. He's just recently, been kind of moving on and getting matches on shows. At this taping alone, he wrestled like 2 or 3 times. And so while he's catching a stride, I definitely want to have a match with him one-on-one. And, you guys can also see what he's up to at OVW. I mean, he's kind of covering a lot of ground as well. So I feel like it would be great to share the squared circle with him. And those are a couple of names that just pop up in my mind first and foremost. So
That's cool, man.
yeah.
I'm sorry about laughing, but I just wonder why Jeremy was wiping his hands after seeing that picture of Joseph.
Okay.
Yeah, and why did you turn your camera off, JJ?
It's because I vomited in my hands. That's exactly what it is.
No, he loved
I'm
it.
sorry.
He had to get the lotion out. He puts the lotion
Sorry.
on the skin for that.
Sorry. Hey, moisturizing is critical.
The viewership
That's
just
what they all
dropped
say.
1,000,000%.
We just. Hey, do you have a?
We have went off the rails.
Yes.
Off the rails.
Jeremy, you got a question for Evan?
No, I have no questions for the champ.
The disrespect.
The champ?
Yeah.
At least he knows how to call me the champ.
He's
know?
got belts.
You
He's got
are
belts.
not a
You have
champion.
belts. I don't have belts.
He
He's
stole
got
them.
belts.
He stole them all. He took them home with him.
He has them. He has belts.
Joseph, say send the law over, man. If this is theft, they've got 4 straps they need to peel off my back, and I've got the best security guys right here,
Right.
and they're not gonna get past them.
You're lucky I don't make a call to Johnny Swinger and have him take every one of your belts right off of you.
Johnny Swinger has a flip phone. He's not gonna be able to answer.
Trust me.
I don't think
he'll
he has
answer for
service.
me. He knows the rabid beaver.
Does he?
That's swinging.
Oh, okay. He has a
He's
rotary
big.
or whatever those are.
Rotary.
Whatever the
It's one of those. It's one of those jitterbugs with the big buttons. Where you can see the numbers to dial. Jitterbug phone.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's got, and he still shops at Kmart, I'm sure.
So does
Evan,
Alex Summers, but he's more of a champion than you'll ever be, Evan Golden.
Oh, well, hold on a second. If anybody screams and oozes champ, that's me and Old and Golden right here.
So
Oh, it is.
Superman, Alex Summers.
Evan, when will we see you back around close by wrestling again?
Man, I've been covering a lot of ground, and this weekend we're going to be doing a big show in Kingsport at Net Pro Studios for Innovate Wrestling. Which is a great show. Everybody, I don't know how close Kingsport is to Sherwood. I don't know if you're going to be able to make it, Jeremy, but I mean, it's going to be a big show. And first of all, before we get to Innovate on Saturday, this Friday, there's the show. That's going to be the beautiful Bobby Eaton Arena, Net Pro Studios. We got Carrie, one of my old rivals there at the show. That's already a reason to buy a ticket. And it's going to be a great show. And that match right there, by the way, is going to be a very good match. So that's worth the price alone, other than, yours truly. And then on Friday, we're going to be in Boiling Springs, South Carolina for Explosive Pro Wrestling. I'm going to be bringing out the brand new HWA Mid-Atlantic title. And I'm going to make another example out of Luke Fury because the match was so great that I won this title from him. And they already a week later won a rematch in South Carolina. So this weekend alone is going to be big. and then of course on Sunday we're going to Smoky Mountain Pro in Newport. It's just down the road from Sherwood, and it's gonna be great. We've got a big weekend ahead, and that's just this weekend. I definitely need to get back around in Georgia for wrestling for a cause. But yeah, look at this. This is gonna be a huge match. You know, me and Luke, we tore it down, and we're gonna do it again on Friday. I tell you.
Rumor is the greatest Atlantic champion since Roddy Piper. That's what I've
That's
read.
what they're saying. You know, that's that. I've seen one person say that. I think it was you, but that counts.
It might have.
He said it multiple times, right? So he
Well,
said
see,
it
when
multiple
you
times.
yeah, when you say it multiple times, that's like multiple people saying it, kind
Yeah.
of.
Absolutely.
It's all his personalities, you know. It counts as
Yeah.
different people, so that means
Yes.
everybody's saying that.
Yeah. All the people are saying it.
So
Yeah. So
let's step away. There's a big match that's going to be taking place this weekend, Saturday, which is going to be on Saturday night's main event. I know it's a different place, and it's going
of
to
course.
be Goldberg, possibly his retirement match against Gunther. Are you looking forward to seeing that?
Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing that. I think it's also special that it's gonna be in Goldberg's hometown, Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, that's a big deal. You know, people can say what they want about, you know, Goldberg, you know, getting up there in age, but I mean, it's a big match, and I would be shocked if someone truly didn't want to see it. If you really don't want to see that, I don't know. I mean, WCW's always meant a lot to me and my family. You know, my uncle wrestled there, and I just think it's a big deal that it's 2025 and Goldberg's gonna go out there and have maybe his last match ever. I want to see it. I don't know how it's gonna go though. You know, I can't tell what kind of shape he's in anymore. He's not wrestled in what 3 or 4 years now. Yeah.
Please
So
clarify. It's not the uncle to your right there that wrestled on WCW.
no, we're not talking about Oldberg. We're talking about Goldberg. Sorry, QB. It's not you in the ring. It's
No.
gonna be Goldberg.
No,
No, you
Goldberg
said- you
has a
said
better
you
chance
had
of
an
winning
uncle.
that match. Come on.
No,
What?
yeah, I'm talking about Bunkhouse Buck. No, that wasn't you in there, QB at WCW, was it? Or
No.
was it?
It
I
was.
can't remember.
I was in another organization at the time called Tennessee State Prison, but that's altogether different.
They had a good run back in the day. They folded pretty quick on it.
Yeah,
Is that close to Sherwood?
it is.
Tennessee
Matter of
State.
fact, campus is in Sherwood. Hey, when's the next TNA appearance? And have you heard rumors of a possible appearance from TNA in the regional area?
Yeah, I think from what I've heard, I believe TNA we're going to be trying to go down south, and I mean, you know, they try to do things in loops. Like right now, since it's about time for Slammiversary in New York, the show that I was at was in Pittsburgh because they're trying to like make their way up to New York and be in the Northeast region. And then after Slammiversary, you know, they're going to start making their way into the Midwest a little bit. And then they're going to come back to the southeastern region. I'm going to try to, you know, make an appearance in Minneapolis, see what I can do around there. And then once they start coming back down, you know, they always try to come back down for WrestleCade. And so that's definitely golden country for sure. And like I said, you know, they're going to be coming to Maryland. That's going to be good to go to. And so, yeah, TNA is kind of doing some loops right now that are eventually going to lead to the southeastern region, and you better believe yours truly is going to be on the show one way or another doing something, and hopefully by the end of the year that means you know, whipping somebody around. You know, we'll see what happens, you know.
TNA, for those that don't know, the history leads back to Nashville. Was
Yeah.
born in Nashville, got their start with pay-per-view in Nashville, created of the Jarrett family. So there's a lot of history with TNA in the state of Tennessee too that would make it interesting to have them back in the region.
Yeah, they'll definitely be back, and I'm excited for that too. You know, there's nothing like some East Tennessee and you know, Nashville, Tennessee wrestling. It all hits different. I'd yet to see a wrestling show in Sherwood. I don't know if they allow public events there. I don't know if there's room. But there's
It's
definitely
because
going
they
to be
banned trash like you from coming in.
Oh, did they? You know, my private jet can't fly there. There's no airstrip.
We don't
in
have an
Sherwood.
airport. We don't have an airport.
It's
No.
because Evan stowed the dang garbage cans for all this title belts.
That's right. You got caught red-handed.
I heard AEW.
I know.
You're
back-
exiled,
Sherwood.
forthwith banned from the kingdom of Sherwood.
Hey guys,
I'm gonna
guess what?
take,
I've got 2 belts in my hand. So does that make me a champion?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
You're already a golden. Howie Golden.
You didn't even have to change your first name.
Yeah, I know. He didn't have to do that, did he?
Just don't stand up, Howie.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that.
I think I'm gonna take Joseph's trash bag and fly it in to Sherwood. Since there's no airstrip, I'm just gonna tie it up, make it turn into like a bag, and then just fly
You Mary
in.
Poppins
like
now all of
Poppins.
a sudden?
I'm Mary Poppins. I'm Golden Poppins. That's what I am.
Golden Poppins.
I will
Send that bag
if you
over.
do that. I will make sure the welcome wagon is there. Yes.
The welcome wagon.
Royalty arrives in Sherwood. We'll
I'm
roll out the worn out carpet, whatever.
Last
Golden
I'm
Poppins.
picturing a porta potty is what I'm picturing.
Me too.
Is that gonna be my private locker room, a porta john?
No, it's
Might as well
actually-
be.
It's not one of those modern plastic porta johns. It's an old school made out of
Metal.
oak boards and a metal roof with a hole dug outhouse. That's one of those kind. Yes.
I appreciate the effort. I feel welcome already.
It's kind of a crappy situation to be in.
Howie-
Yeah.
Guys, Evan, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
We're gonna let you get out of here. We've been here about an hour. We've
Hey,
talked.
Supposed to be a watch along that we were interrupted last week. So if you're watching and wondering why I didn't watch along, we were planning it last week and we had some temporary difficulties. So next time you are on TNA, I tell you what, the first time you appear in a match, we will do the watch.
The reason
Oh,
that they
man.
didn't have
Hey,
it is because
this-
Evan was in Sherwood trying to steal all the trash can lids to make title belts.
I gotta get me some new titles and some new gear before I get for the next TNA show. I gotta go get me some JJ trash bags and trash can and property of
Yes.
the city of Sherwood trash. So
Yes.
you gotta prepare
Re-
when you go to these things, you know.
Represent city of Sherwood.
Yeah. So, but no, yeah, guys. I as always, I had a great time here on the show, and I can't thank you guys enough for having me on, and it's always a pleasure. I had a great time, and I'm glad that I could let you guys know what I've been up to. It's always
Yeah.
great when I've been so busy, but I always love to make time to come on here and tell you guys what I'm doing.
Thank you.
So.
Well, are you planning on coming back even after this show?
Of course I am. Yeah. I'll bring my own censorship next time. That way we don't have to see any of these pop-up jump scare pictures from Joseph, and we don't have to hear any of this. Oh, is that for me? I'm bringing my own soundboard next time is what I'm going to do.
Wow. We guys, we're out of here. The old and golden.
Good
The
night.
old Chaney.
Night, guys.
Double J. Joseph Hughes. The Rabbit Beaver. And our guest tonight. He says he's coming back after this show, but we'll have to wait and see.
I'll be back.
Golden Child. Evan Golden. Good night, everybody.